Hello, friends. I've just sent a bunch of petitions through Act Blue and Civic Shout and thought I would share this little story with you. I'm in a storytelling class that meets for 7 weeks, and we've been given this assignment of crafting a very short story, 3 minutes. I can't seem to get it 3 minutes, so bear with me for 4. Rise, class, music open. I so didn't like Mr. Micheletti and his 7th grade chorus class. I didn't like the songs he chose. I didn't like him. He was short. And I was tall. I towered over this adult at 12 years old, like some awkward giant. And none of us liked the song he'd chosen for us to sing at the holiday school assembly. And so this morning, we were all in class, and Mr. Micheletti wasn't there yet. And so the popular girl, the one who was petite and starting to develop, she said, let's all take a blank piece of notebook paper and fold it into our music. And when Mr. Micheletti says, "Class, rise, open music," we'll all stand up on my signal. We'll open our music and rip the notebook paper. Great idea! And it all went down just like that. Mr. Micheletti came into class. He said, "Class, rise, open music." The popular girl gave her nod, and I stood up, opened the music, and ripped the notebook paper. Yep, I was the only one who stood up and ripped my notebook paper. All of my classmates sat there looking up at me. Mr. Micheletti leaned against the piano and looked up at me. So I ripped the paper again. And again. And again. As long as I kept ripping paper, I would hold consequences at bay. I ripped smaller and smaller. And along with the feeling of terror, I recognized another feeling emerging. Power. I was standing tall in my circle of power. And so I ripped the paper with powerful terror. Finally, there was no more paper to rip, and I stopped. And Mr. Micheletti looked at me and said, "Are you finished?" I nodded. And he said, "Class, rise, open music." That was it? That was the consequence? That was it? I opened my music. And I sang that song, and it landed differently. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. Let's take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. And now I'm off to call my Congress people. Have a good day.